That's the visage I've had all day, from about 12 o'clock yesterday. It's about 8 in the morning now, Sunday morning. Nothing but rain for close to 24 hours. My lawn is loving it. Um, Welcome. This is the first tech video on my YouTube channel. First one. Yeah, so I shoot with multiple medias. I'm shooting right now with my GoPro, which has a really wide angle. It has like 180 degrees of vertical and um, horizontal viewage, and it has this really nice wide area. It captures a lot of detail. It's really good. I also have a Sony that I use, and it has a Sony proprietary software that it puts the format in that you have to use their software to edit that footage. So now I have two pieces of software to learn. I use the GoPro Studio. It's pretty intuitive. Still learning it as I go along. So that's that one. Then I have the Sony. Then I have my iPhone that puts everything in iMovie or in QuickTime format. So I have to use QuickTime or iMovie on the phone to edit. The screen's 4.5 inches, so it's really small. I have an iPhone SE, so it shoots really good HD video, but to edit, it's all touch click, and it's all really literally a pain in the ass. So I started looking at getting my old Power Mac, my old silver Power Mac that was up here a couple of weeks ago, back online, updating it, and true to Apple's form. Excuse me as I prep my eye. And true to Apple's form, they've obsoleted, or yeah, obsolete. They've made my rig, my Power Mac rig, obsolete due to its age. They updated all the apps that were on it to where they would uninstall themselves or become so obsessively slow that I got pissed off and took them off. So now my Power Mac is essentially a power weight. I was looking at possibly getting that Dell that I had up here that I found on the side of the road, turning that into a Hackintosh. So it's like a quad core. I put on 8 gigs of RAM. I had the RAM. I have RAM boxes because I'm a computer guy. Most guys like me, we do upgrades. We keep the old equipment. The customer's going to throw it out anyway, or I'll buy or pick up a computer that's broken, that doesn't work, for 10, 15 bucks, and then strip it for parts. And I have those parts in bins. Well, I used to. Now I'm running low, but I got out of that. So now I just, grab parts as I need them or pick them up as cheap as possible on Craigslist. So in today's project, we have a mosquito flying around me. It's going to bite me or drive me nuts. Can't run my fans because, white noise in the background from the camera. Today's parts list. So the build will start with the AMD FX. Yeah, this is a what? No effing way. No effing way. I am so screwed. Oh, Lord Almighty. The auction was for an AMD 4300 FX CPU And what they sent me was an AMD 6300 CPU. Someone either got fired or someone's really gonna get pissed off when they find out they sent the wrong CPU to the wrong customer. C'est la vie. Oh well. So I picked up an AMD 6300 for 30 bucks. Those used are running now at $100. Used. I know because I thought about upgrading my gaming rig, which has a 6300 in it, to the 8350, 8150, 8-core CPU, and selling that one and getting my money out of it, because I paid $50 for mine on Black Friday last year. Black Friday last year I paid 50 bucks for it, and it's worth more now than when I bought a brand new one. And the worth more now would be the used one. This is a brand new Arctic cooler, CPU cooler. Most OEM and or Black Edition CPUs from AMD don't come with a fan, unless it's stated on the box, and they will come with a fan. But this is what I was looking for, to make sure it came with the thermal paste pre-installed, which it does, which is good. So that will be that for this one. This is AM3 Plus compatible. AM3 Plus, AM4 compatible. So this is forward thinking. Not that I'm going to use it with the AM4 processor I eventually want to have, but you never know. Hey, look, it has a user manual for a fan. The simple, I'll show you guys how to put this stuff in. So the fans, and he has $10 for the fan. So I'm out $40. I have a ATI Radeon. What the heck is this? This is either a 6470 or a 7440. Generally used. Came out of a Dell PC that I upgraded the CPU on. Sorry, not the CPU, but I moved the case from a small form factor to a standard mid-tower ATX for a guy I know, and this came out of that rig, so this was free. So I'm still at $40. So this is what $60 worth of eBay profit gets you, or got me anyway. This is an MSI motherboard. It is the 760GM-P23FX chipped motherboard. And the reason why I chose this one was because it's AMD. It's an AMD chipset, number one. Number two, it was compatible with the 4100 that I thought I bought. So now I have to go back and check like an idiot. Oh, this is going to suck so badly if it's not compatible. Okay, so good news. The motherboard, if I update it to the latest BIOS, is compatible with the AMD 6300. So at one point I wanted to upgrade the Hackintosh. I was thinking around looking for ways to get a free upgrade, but thank you God, because a quad core kind of slow by comparison to an 8 core. Trust me, I use an 8 core at work. It's an i7, and I've used dual cores, and the performance lag between your expectations after you've had an i7 kind of gets a little. Alright, so I digress. So back to what I was saying. So now I have a 6300 Hackintosh build over the 4100 that I had been expecting. I checked the eBay listing for the CPU and confirmed it is listed as a 4300. So, and the reason why I needed the FX series is because it uses the SSE 4.1 instruction set that is required for macOS to run correctly. So let me pull the RAM out, which is right down here. Like I said, every good tech guy has one of these suckers laying around, or multiple of these suckers laying around. This is a DDR3 motherboard. It's also for DDR3 RAM. And that's PC2, DDR3 4 gig, DDR3 4 gig, DDR3 2 gig, 2 gig. What's this? 264. I don't remember. These are DDR2 or DDR3. Yeah, these are 4 gig DDR3s right here. Yep. So, when you have a box of mismatched, or a little caddy like I do, of mixed match RAM, and you have one that's DDR3, DDR2, and you're not sure how to tell them apart, the RAM has a notch on them. One right here for DDR3, and down here for DDR2. And even if you were to flip it over, they will not line up. So you see how it's not lining up? If you flip it over here, you'll see it. It's not lining up. So that's how you tell the difference. When you have RAM like I do here, I know these are 4 gig sticks as I bought them. I couldn't remember if they were DDR4 or DDR2. So what I do is I take a known DDR3 stick and I line up the notches. So these are DDR3. Well, Leo builds it. IT hand-me-down knowledge. You know. Okay, so we have an AMD Athlon 2 X2 270 processor. DDR3 1333 DRAM. It's got all 8 gigs of RAM showing. There's no mess. I had to reset the BIOS, the CMOS, because the goddamn thing had a password on it. So now we need to change the stupid month. Set it up as it was brand new out of the box, basically. Today is the 20th, I think. Oh, quote me. Yeah, today is the 20th. It was roughly 9 in the morning. I can fix this later. Set it to cancel. System information. Yeah. 3. Okay. I'm not going to install the storage drive or the video card for obvious reasons. I don't think the power supply is beefy enough at 250 watts to handle the advanced graphics of an ATI graphics card from 10 years ago. So this is SATA port 1 right over here. Okay. I have a dongle for the old 4-pin Molex because I don't want to go out and buy another power supply if I don't have to. Here, and now I can power the SATA drive there. And then, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to try the ATI video card. Okay. Now my 32 gig PS3 backup drive. Yeah, this one. I've got the AMD OS X ISO burnt to it. Move this over a bit. Like that. Let me go get my mouse. And we have magic. It loaded the Mac OS installer. Check it out, chicos. Right there, Mac OS High Sierra AMD. It loaded a lot faster than I thought it would. So let's see how it goes. It's not. Shoot, I think it's frozen. It loaded. It's not working.